We're going to be interviewing a few members of the band, the Beatles. Who are you?
I'm John Lennon from the band The Beatles, and we are from the 1960s.
Which band member gave you guys the name the Beatles?
Me, of course.
How did your band come to be?
It all started when I got hooked on rock and roll in the mid-1950s at age 16 and formed a band called the Quarrymen at my high school. Around 1957, Paul McCartney, got him mixed up, me, just a jiggle double. Another guitarist joined the band with me. A bit later, in 1958, George Harrison, a friend of McCartney, joined the band too. A band would change lineups constantly in later 50s, eventually reducing to us core trios.
When did you change the band's name from Quarrymen to Silver Beatles?
We changed the name in January of 1960 to the Silver Beatles, but then in August of 1960 we changed it to just the Beatles. Now we are going to be interviewing George Harrison. Why was your band important?
We are one of the most successful and critically acclaimed groups in the history of music. There's no single reason why we became so popular, but throughout our reign from early 1960s to the mid-1970s, we took over the music industry, and our success made us the most influential band to the music industry today.
What artists were you most influenced by?
Elvis Presley, Chuck Berry, and Carl Perkins.
What was your first single?
Love Me Do. It reached 17 in the British charts.
Now we are interviewing Ringo Starr.
Hello.
Were your songs ever banned?
Yes, by the BBC because of the drug reference.
What were some of your major accomplishments?
Our first album topped the UK charts for 30 weeks. 11 out of our first 12 albums reached number 1 on the national charts. We expanded rock music with our innovations, and the Fab Four were made MBE for the competitions to music.
How did you become so popular in the U.S.?
We went on the Ed Sullivan Show, and about 7 to 3 million people tuned in that evening, making it one of the seminal moments in television history. Nearly 50 years later, people still remember exactly where they were the night we stepped onto Ed Sullivan's stage.
In which year was your last live performance?
August of 1966.
Where at?
At Candlestick Park in San Francisco.
How long were you guys a band?
From the 1960s to the 1970s.
Hello there, Paul McCartney.
Hello there.
Why did your band break up?
We had been trying for days to write and rehearse new material for our scheduled upcoming live show, which was our first since August 1966. But the task wasn't going well. The only one among us all who had any sense of urgency was me. I don't see why any of them, if they are not interested, got themselves into this. What's in it for them? It can be for the money. It can't be for the money. I'm here because I want to do a show, but I didn't see an awful lot of support.
Here we are with a special performance from Peter Best. Why did you get kicked off the band in 1962?
They were so jealous of me because I was the best looking, still am, and got all the girls. So they decided I should go, but 2 days later they hired Ringo to replace me as a drummer. Rookie mistake.